Hey y'all, and welcome back. As you can see, we are in my kitchen, and I thought I would take this time to go around and show you just the little touches I've added to my home for the summer decor. Now, I have not done a lot. I did not go over the top this year, but I did add in little pieces here and there in my kitchen, my dining room, my hallway, and even my laundry room. And I really love the way it looks. It's not too much, but it's just enough to embrace the summer months here. And I just thought I would share that with y'all. Before I do that, I wanted to say I do get a lot of questions about this, and you will be seeing this a lot in the summertime. I actually got this several years ago at a little local boutique called the $10 Boutique. It was $10, everything in there is, and I just love it. I pair it with white tank tops, red tank tops, navy tank tops. I just love it. I actually have it on today with my thrifted cut off jeans, and it just kind of like elevates your outfit just a little bit, but kind of yet still keeps it casual, you know what I mean? So I do not have a link for this. I did not order it online or anything, so I'm very sorry about that. And I do get some questions about my little earrings. These come from Walmart, and they do still have them. They were like $4.88. And I wear them just about all summer because I love them. They're blingy, they're little rhinestones, they're blingy, and I just love wearing them in the summertime. So now that we have all that out of the way, I'm gonna take the camera down and I'm gonna show you how I've decorated my house for summer. Okay, starting in the kitchen. We'll start by the sink. So I have this cute little jar that I thrifted at the Goodwill. It just reminds me of a cute little milk jar or a creamer jar. So I just stuck that little flag in that, and I just think it is so cute and just adds a little touch here by the sink. And then here I have my cute little towel that I got from Hobby Lobby. I think it was last year I got it, but I think they still have them. And this is just for decorative purposes only. We don't really use that one. And then up here, I have this cute little, this is one of those little metal flags that I got from Hobby Lobby a few years ago. And then I just added one of these little flags here. And these, I think, come in a pack, maybe of like 3 or 4. I'm not real sure, but they're very inexpensive. And I just love adding them here and there. And they just, you know, add those little touches of patriotic decor in your home. And you don't have to spend a lot of money. And then here, the red and white gingham. It's 2 napkins I thrifted. Just kind of folded them there, and that little towel I got from Michael's a few years ago. And we can use those. These are the ones that kind of get used the most, but yeah, just a little touch there. I have my gingham Bath and Body Works candle. I love this candle. It's one of my favorite candles for the summer, and I love the blue and white gingham check on it, and I just think it just looks so country and patriotic, you know? So I really love it this time of year, and it's one of my favorite summer scents, honestly. And then over here, y'all, do y'all remember the sifter that my mom gave me that belonged to my great aunt? Well, I wanted to use it, and I was trying to figure out how I could use it, and this little chicken that I thrifted, that I just added the antique wax to, fit perfectly inside of it, and it elevated it, and I just love the way that looks. And so that will stay there all the time, but I did add the little metal flag, and I think it coordinates well with the pottery, the crock, which is the blue, and then my little red and white gingham vintage Better Homes and Garden cookbook. I just think it all just works so good together with the red, white, and the blue. I really, really like the way that that looks. And then the only other patriotic decor I have in my kitchen is this little sifter, which belonged to my granny, that I use from time to time, but I thought I would put it out and display it. And I just have another one of those little flags. And that's my kitchen, and I think it's so cute. It's not too much, but it's enough, and it doesn't get in the way of anything either. So I really like that. So now onto the dining room. Okay, the dining room. Now, if you've watched my table video, then you've seen my centerpiece on my table. This is a scarf that I actually got from the $10 Boutique, and I really didn't know what to do with it, and I just thought of, let me just try it on the table. And I really like the way that it looks. To me, it's enough without being too much, and it just sets off my chickens that I thrifted and made over, and my riser that I made. And then that garland come from Hobby Lobby. It's very inexpensive garland, and I always get it 50% off. And I really like the way that this looks on the table without being just like over the top. But that works. But now, you know, if your purse just happens to coordinate, that's okay too, right? And then the only other thing I have is I've added this little bell that come from Hobby Lobby several years ago. I think they still have those as well. I just thought it was kind of cute with all my little bells going there. And then this is a DIY I made last year. It was a dupe for Hobby Lobby's, and theirs is much larger, but I like the smaller scale, and mine was basically free. So there you go. So this is my hallway, and this is what it looks like, but I'm going to give you like a closer look because I do have some decor you can't see from this angle. But I did want to say, y'all give me some great ideas for how to make my candles like stand up straight in my candle holder. And I ended up using some saran wrap on the bottom of them, and that worked. So thank y'all so much for your ideas. Y'all just come through again for me. Okay, so in my hallway, love this rocking chair, this vintage rocking chair. That is a thrifted pillow cover that I got from the thrift store. I bought 2 of them. They were 99 cents a piece. And I do know that Amazon sells these, but I promise you they're more than 99 cents. And I really like the way that it looks in this chair. And then behind it is a thrifted like little shawl kind of thing I got from the Goodwill. And when I bought it, this is exactly how I envisioned it on this back of this rocking chair. And I really like how all that looks together. Now, if you've been with me a while, you're going to recognize this platter. I thrifted it a few years ago. I used it last summer. And no, it is not a Mackenzie Childs. I do get that question. It's a certified international, I do believe. I ended up finding a coffee mug that matched it at a separate thrift store. But I originally bought it because of the black and the white and the red and the greens. It just kind of all goes with my house. And then watermelon is synonymous with, you know, summertime. So that's what I do with it. I put it there this time. I think I had it in a different place last year, but I ended up using my large thrifted brass, what are these called? Plate holders? Platter holders? Anyway, I love that. So to my left, over here, this is where I have the other Patriotic Decor. This is the 3rd platter that I bought, and I bought those 3 platters from the thrift store. The other 2 were on my mantle, and this is the 3rd one. And I put it here, and I put this little flag and this crock, and I didn't do anything else down there because I thought this was just enough. But above it, I do have this wreath, and I did hang that little sign I got from Hobby Lobby a couple years ago in it, and I think it's just enough. I really like the way that it looks on that old window. I just really like the way that looks. So this is my haul, all dressed up for summer, and I couldn't be happier with it. Okay, so now I'm fixing to take you into my laundry room. I've only added a couple touches to it, and I really love it, and I'm going to tell you why. It is probably one of my favorites that I've done this year, so let me show you. Okay, y'all, let's look. This is my laundry room, and y'all, this is still my absolute favorite room in the house. So let me show you what I did. So I thrifted this towel, and I really loved how vintage it looks. It's not, but it just looks vintage. So I just kind of put it on the corner of this basket that I have on my dryer that I actually use as a clothes basket. It's like the perfect size for James and myself. And then up above, look, oh my goodness. I love having these little flags in these vintage blue jars. To me, it just says vintage, country, antique. I just love it. And I love this laundry room. It's my absolute favorite room I've ever made over and decorated in our home to date. And I really love it. To me, that was just enough, you know? And if the door's open or cracked, you can see it if you're in the kitchen or coming down the hall. And I just love it so much, y'all. I really, really do. So this is my laundry room, and let's just face it, why not have pretty things in your laundry room? Lord knows we're in here enough doing laundry. So let's just make it pretty. Okay, what do you think? I think it's cute. It's not too much, it's just enough. And I love having all the little flags everywhere. A little update I made to my mantle. I had one lady suggest that I tea stain or coffee stain my little flags to make them not so white, and I agreed with that. I do prefer that look, but these little flags, I've tried, and they will not stain very well. So if you have any secrets and tips to that, I read online that black tea is really good, so I may try to get some black tea and use that, but I made some really strong coffee and let them sit in it for a while, and it didn't really dinge them up too much. But you know, if you have any tips and tricks on that, you can let me know in the comment section down below. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and the next one I'm going to be showing y'all how I kind of like dressed up my front and back porch for summer, kind of keeping the same thing I had, just swapping out a few items, and I hope you enjoy that video. So that'll be coming up very soon. So thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.